Hey everyone, welcome to day 5 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got your Poltergeist 1982 movie review. A family finds out that there are some freaky things happening in their house and they don't really know what's going on, especially after their daughter is sucked into another dimension by ghosts. As far as the story goes, obviously, I had previously seen this movie many times, but I haven't gotten a chance to review it, and I had previously reviewed this past summer the Poltergeist remake, which I wasn't a huge fan of, so I feel like this movie definitely knocks it out of the park completely. I feel like it's one of those really iconic movies that just sticks with you, and it definitely stuck with me because of just how scary it was, just the whole concept of it, and the whole story behind it, and especially as far as the production went with the other Poltergeist movies that had come out afterwards, years later. I just really felt like this is a movie that definitely has like some really unnerving things happening in this movie, and yes, it does have that old feel to it, but I still enjoy watching it nonetheless. As far as the casting goes, Craig T. Nelson plays the man of the house in this movie. He's the husband, he's the father of 3 kids. You know, I think he's a really fantastic actor, and being in this movie, I feel like the whole star of the movie has to be that one little blonde girl in this movie that gets taken away by all those ghosts, Heather O'Rourke, who, you know, has like such an iconic line like, "They're here." Such an unfortunate story of her own, what happened on later after the movies came out. It just got really freaky, and it was really cool to see her in this movie. Zelda Rubinstein, who plays this like psychic lady who comes in. She's like, "We're gonna cleanse this house, alright?" They just did their thing, and things got pretty freaky later on in this movie. The things that I did like about this movie, obviously no matter when this movie came out, the effects and just everything else going on in this movie really still scares me, and especially when they were using those props. That was some pretty impressive scenes, especially close to the end of the movie. And that damn clown toy. You do not mess with me with those clowns. I mean, I thought it was scary, but these clowns, they still get me. I mean, I saw a scary movie too, so I kind of know what happens. I got super terrified by this movie all the way through. But unfortunately, the one thing that I didn't really like about this movie was the fact that by the time you see those ghost things sort of coming out of this like portal, they really don't scare me as much as they used to when I first saw this movie. So I don't know, I don't want to blame the like poor effects job on this, or at least the dated look of it, and that's why it kind of took me out, because honestly, they do have their own way of scaring me. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing when I saw Ghostbusters for the first time. I still think it's terrifying to see, but not as much as when I first saw this movie, which was obviously a long time ago. This is the 3rd time I'm seeing this movie in my entire life. I guess 3rd time's a charm. Overall, I would say that Poltergeist is still quite a classic when it comes to horror movies, and I think it is up there with as being one of the best horror movies out there. It's just a really impressive film, especially when you have Spielberg backing up this movie, not as director but as a producer, so I think that was also cool to see that. I would recommend seeing this movie. I have yet to see those Poltergeist sequels, so who knows, down the road I might check those out. I would give this 4.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Poltergeist, and come back tomorrow for day 6 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for your Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.